Yo, so what is going on, guys? It is your boy Squid here, and welcome to another one of my top 5 Black Ops 4 Zombies videos. And in this one, this is going to be the top 5 most underrated weapons in Black Ops 4 Zombies only. And so, really, if you look at previous games, there's a lot more weapons. There's very little weapons here in BO4, so obviously it was harder list to make, so there's sort of some overlap going on here. But I didn't want to include, obvious weapons. I just wanted to include some of the less obvious weapons. But without further ado, these are the top 5 weapons that are better than people think. If you want a basically definition for underrated. But anyways, if you guys are excited for the list, definitely drop a like. Anyways, leave your list in the comments and subscribe for more top 5 zombies videos. Anyways, let's get right into my list, guys. Starting my list off here at the number 5 spot, this is going to be the GKS submachine gun. Now, the reason I put this on the list, like I said, there's probably going to be a little bit of an overlap here, at least in the number 5 and 4 spot of, they're well-known weapons, but the GKS, I don't see many people using, and I think that's just because the MX-9 and the Spitfire exist, and people will choose them over the GKS, and even some will choose the SOG over it just because it's a little bit lighter. And the GKS usually isn't in that good of a location, but I find on Dead of the Night it's in a really, really good location. It's right in the main hall area. If a gun is near a training spot, like on the main hall in Dead of the Night, then it's gonna be a pretty used weapon, but I still don't see many people using the GKS. Maybe that's just because no one plays Dead of the Night. Maybe that's maybe that's the reason why. But the GKS, honestly, is the most accurate SMG in the game. It's 1,300 points. It's a wall gun, so you don't have to worry about running out of ammo with it. And in this gameplay, man, it's a solid SMG. I actually like it quite a bit, but I don't think I like it more than the Spitfire MX-9, which is why, of course, it's on the underrated list. But moving on to the number 4 spot, another underrated weapon, but there's kind of an overlap here. This is the Auger DMR. Now, this is one of 4, I guess, tactical rifles. Obviously, the Auger, Swordfish, ABR, and the Essex, which the Essex is not good, so we're not including that. Obviously, that's one of the worst guns in the entire game, if not the worst. But the Auger is one of the 4 zombies tactical rifles, and I don't know about you guys. How do you guys feel about tactical rifles? Leave in the comments what your opinions are on the tactical rifles in BO4. And honestly, man, this is probably... No, I think the ABR is my favorite tac rifle. The Essex is obviously my least favorite, and then the Swordfish. But the Auger is my second favorite. I don't know. It's the only semi-auto kind of weapon as a whole in the game, if you don't want to count some pistols and snipers. But this weapon, man, honestly is pretty fun to use. It is a wall gun. I think it's 1,600 points, and on Dead of the Night, it's located in like near up by the Mausoleum area, where the perk always is. And honestly, man, the Auger is a solid weapon. It packs a punch, man. Obviously, these are the iron sights in this gameplay, just because I was going for a challenge where I have to have no attachments on. The Auger is a solid weapon to use. It will last you pretty high into those rounds and get you those nice kills. It's a pretty good camping weapon. Not that good for training and killing bosses, but it is a good weapon, and definitely, in my opinion, one of the few underrated guns in BO4 Zombies. But moving on to the number 3 spot, this is definitely an underrated weapon. By the way, I know I did put this as one of the worst guns in the game, but now that I've actually had a little bit more time to use it, my opinion's changed on it. This is, at number 3, guys, this is the Mozu pistol. Now, the Mozu is the second revolver in the game. Obviously, you do have the Welling, but the Welling is just trash, man. Obviously, that's the starting pistol that you get at the start of the game. But, the Mozu is not a starting weapon. It is a 1,300 point wall weapon, and I don't think it's as good as the GKS, but damage-wise, it is as good as the GKS. So this thing, mainly the real big thing with this weapon is the operator mod. It's called Skull Splitter. That really, really saves the weapon. Also, there's a couple other attachments like Speed Loader. Speed Loader is great. Rather than having to reload one shot at a time, you reload all 6. And I think the same with Pack-a-Punch. When you Pack-a-Punch this thing as well, reloads all your shots at once. And Honestly, it's got some nice iron sights, it's got a compact scope, but the operator mod is the skull splitter. Basically what that does is it makes it so headshot kills will always end up being a one-shot kill. I'm pretty sure. Either that or it does more damage, but literally on casual, which it changes for normal, so I'm guessing till about round 40, but on casual, the skull splitter operator mod for this pistol is a one-shot headshot till round 50. So you can literally just pop on Deadshot and get one-shot kills with the pistol till around 50, so that definitely saves the weapon. Coming in at the number 2 spot, this is going to be the SDM sniper rifle. Now, this is a super underrated weapon here, guys, and I feel like the reason why it's so underrated is because it's a sniper rifle. So, usually the noobs and zombies don't, they kind of stay away from sniper rifles because, you know, it's zombies, like it's a fast-paced game mode and you don't want to be sitting back sniping or whatever with a scoped weapon, you know, with a slower scoped weapon. But that's usually why noobs go for LMGs and SMGs and ARs and shotguns, stuff like that, because they want, you know, they want that speed. But really, this is another case, the SDM is another case of the Draken from BO3 zombies. Everyone really didn't like the Draken, but that's because they weren't good with it. If you got good with the Draken, it was literally like a it was semi-auto, buffed up Shiva in BO3. Same with the SDM here. It's a higher damage Auger DMR, and once you just pop on the holographic sight, or the iron sights, I don't have that unlocked. I don't have the iron sights unlocked yet, but I definitely will be using that rather than the holographic sight when I do unlock it, which should be pretty soon. The SDM, the only real problem with it is it's kind of low on ammo, and I don't like the sound when you get a headshot with it. It's just really loud. Plus, it doesn't have quick draw, I don't think, so it's really slow ADSing. But it's not as good as the Draken from BO3 zombies, but it is definitely the best sniper in BO4 zombies, because when you compare it to things like the other snipers in the game, the Paladin, which is way too slow for zombies, the Outlaw, which is just way too, it just doesn't do enough damage, I don't think, and also the, what's the other one? The Koshka, which is probably the second best sniper, I would say, because it's a wall gun on some of the maps. But overall, the SDM is a super underrated gun. It comes in at number 2. Moving on to the number 1 spot, guys, in my opinion, the most underrated weapon in all of Black Ops 4 Zombies currently. This is the Hellion Salvo rocket launcher. This is the only launcher in BO4, and it definitely lives up to the hype, I would say. So if you take a look back at previous COD zombie games, at least Treyarch, in World at War you had things like the Panzerschreck, which was not very good, to be honest. In BO1 you had China Lake, Law, and then I think a couple other ones maybe as well. That's the only ones that I remember. That might be it though. BO2 you had the War Machine, which was trash, and you also had the RPG, and in BO3 you had the XM53, which really was just bad. Honestly, it was one of the worst weapons. The Hellion, though, is super underrated. It works basically like the XM53. Basically the same thing as that for normal zombies, maybe just a little bit more powerful though, and plus there's attachments on this thing, which we've never seen attachments on launchers before, so that's something new. And against boss zombies, this thing really does shine. So I haven't used it against Brutus and everything like that, but I have used it on 9. This weapon is so superior on 9 because it literally one-shots the Gladiator zombies probably up until about round 30 or 40. It's that good, guys, and when you pack-a-punch it, it becomes full auto, and it has, like, I don't even know how many shots in a clip, maybe like 10, 8 or 10, something like that, so you can literally just spam it at things like the Blightfather, and it will just melt him. It is the best weapon in the game for killing bosses, and that is why it's such an underrated weapon, and such a good weapon to get for maps like 9. But anyways, though, guys, that is gonna be it for my list of the top 5 most underrated guns or weapons in BO4 Zombies. Leave your list in the comments and tell me off my list here, from the GKS, the Auger, the Mozu, the SDM, and the Hellion Salvo. Tell me in the comments which of these weapons on this list do you guys think is the most underrated and underused and underappreciated. But anyways, I will see you all in the next video, guys. This is going up on Sunday, so I'll probably be uploading next time on Tuesday or Wednesday. But anyways, I will see you all in the next video, guys. Have a good one. And subscribe today if you're new for daily videos, and leave a like if you did enjoy it. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Peace out.